Right, it's my birthday today, just in case anyone was wondering. Actually, it's not my birthday today, it was my birthday on Monday, but I'm editing this on Monday, so it's my birthday today, even though it would have been 2 days ago by the time this video is released. I thought I'd mention it just in case anyone was interested. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me what's going on with the Interceptor, and quite right too. I did mention quite some time ago that I was going to make some sympathetic changes to the bike, and I do have a little collection of motor parts waiting to go on. The big bugbear at the moment is the rear light assembly and easy attachment of replacement indicators. I need an easy solution to this that is easy for other people to follow. And I've been holding on that sort of part of the project until I've found a solution to this problem, so bear with me. Now, I've been getting a lot of strange comments lately on Interceptor related videos about the mudguards being made of plastic, which somehow makes the bike unworthy. I'm not quite sure what's going on there or what sparked it off. Motorcycle manufacturers have been using plastic mudguards for as long as I can remember, because unlike steel, it's very flexible, it's very long-lived, it's structurally pretty good, and of course, it doesn't rust. In fact, I think the types of plastic that are used on mudguards generally have a half-life of about 2,000 years. So it is without a doubt the most sensible material choice for something like a mudguard at a high impact area. In fact, when it comes to things like mudguard, I couldn't think of anything less acceptable to use than steel. Plastic is far superior as far as durability is concerned, especially when you consider that most motorcycle manufacturers don't actually offer an anti-corrosion warranty. There is, however, one area of a motorcycle that I do consider steel to be king. Although I would prefer stainless steel to painted mild steel. And that's the chain guard, because in the event of a chain failure, there is the potential there for the chain itself, once it's let loose, to slice through a plastic chain guard like a hot knife through butter, which could potentially be hazardous to the rider, especially the pillion, if there's a pillion on board at the time. Now, thankfully, chain failures of that sort are pretty rare with modern chains, but either way, Royal Enfield has a nasty habit of using very thin plastic chain guards, from what I can see on most of the bikes. Now, where the Interceptor's concerned, I can forgive that because it's a damned cheap bike, which means you can afford to upgrade parts like that. That is, after all, what attracted me to the Interceptor in the first place. Luckily, Hitchcock Motorcycles have also recognised this potential flaw in the bike's design, and they have come up with this Enfield Precision stainless steel chain guard. Now, thankfully, they have stayed away from the cliched classic cafe racer style chain guard, and they've come up with a design which is a little more modern, more original. Having said that, the design does complement the Interceptor wonderfully. It doesn't, in my opinion, look at all out of place. It comes supplied with some smaller, sort of low profile stainless steel screws and washers, and it is made from 100% stainless steel. I'm not sure of the grade. The whole thing appears to have been laser cut, giving extremely neat and tidy edges, with the Enfield Precision logo and a little detailing neatly cut into the end. And they also have a gloss black stainless steel version. Now, there are some other products in this Precision Enfield range. Hopefully I'll be able to show you those in the future, including exhausts for the Interceptor and some oil cooler grills. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by doing a full fitting of this particular chain guard on the Interceptor. It's just 3 screws. So actually, it's a pretty simple job. Unfortunately, those huge silencers that Royal Enfield have put on the bike are in the way, and it makes access quite difficult. It's held in place by 2 screws at the rear of the swing arm, and on my bike they were fastened pretty tightly. I found the best way of getting access was to use a very slim 3/8 inch drive ratchet and an Allen bit. It's a bit of a messing about, but you can get it in there to get them loose, and then just unscrew them the rest of the way with your fingers. Now the 3rd screw at the front of the swing arm is a little bit more difficult. I would recommend just using a standard short Allen key to loosen it off. The main problem here is that the rear wheel is in the way. I suppose in an ideal world you would remove the rear wheel, but that's a lot of messing about just to swap a chain guard. Once you've got it loosened, a ball-ended Allen key is probably your best bet for getting it out all of the way. I have to say, these plastic chain guards are particularly flimsy. They struggle to support their own weight, which is a little bit worrying. But once you've got it out of the way, simply put your new Enfield Precision part in place. And to hold it in place while you deal with that front fastener, put your 2 rear fasteners in, not forgetting to use the washers. And just screw them in finger tight. Now the 2 rearward holes in the chain guard are actually slotted, so they will give you some adjustment providing you don't fasten them up too tight. But that will give you the support that you need in order to deal with that pesky front one. Now I would recommend that you stick your screw and your washer together with a good old fashioned blob of grease, and likewise use a blob of grease in your Allen screw, and then use that grease to hold the fastener onto the actual Allen key itself. It's still going to be a bit fiddly, but I think this is the only way to do it because access is so restricted. Or you can, if you like, remove the whole rear wheel assembly and make it easier. The choice is yours. I did perhaps make this a little bit more difficult for myself than I needed to, but I needed to get the best camera angle so that you could see it, meaning that the angle I was working from, I was effectively doing it blind. But a little bit of perseverance and swearing and you will get it in there. Once you've actually got the threads engaged, a ball-ended Allen key I think is a must because of the angles you're having to work from. But once you've got that forward screw in, just tighten up the 2 rearward screws and the job's done. Now this Enfield Precision chain guard is, in my opinion, aesthetically a far better proposition than that tacky plastic one that the bike comes with. It's also a much stronger and, in my opinion, much safer proposition. Now I struggle to get any really good shots of it once it's been fitted, again because those big bulky pipes are in the way. And I will of course leave links to both the black and the brushed version in the video description down below. Now, when you're customising or adding your personality to a bike like this, there's sort of 2 ways you can go. You can sort of go old school with the parts and look for parts that resemble period parts, in which case this chain guard might not suit you. Or you can go slightly more modern. But my personal feeling is that this chain guard does add to the look of the bike. It fits with it completely, even though at first glance you feel as though maybe it shouldn't. I can't put my finger on why it works, it just does. Right, once again, thank you so much for watching this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. I really do appreciate it. I'd also like to say a big thank you to everyone that's wished me happy birthday on Facebook. I've tried my best to leave a like on every single birthday wish, but unfortunately my Facebook page has just been jammed up, so apologies to those I didn't get round to. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be informed whenever I upload a new video. I will of course be back on Friday, so until then, please ride safely and I'll see you soon.